and welcome to Transformation Time. My name is Carol, a transformational speaker, unmovable optimist, writer, and blogger, and I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself in your personal life as well as your business. Thank you so much for watching last episode. Today we are looking at self-image, your self-love, and everything that comes in between. The process of transformation can't go without self-image and self-love. So many times we work on the outside, we work on the inside without looking at the process in between. What does it take to form the self-image that you have? It could be the words that have been spoken to you. It could be the things that you've seen on TV. It could be the things that you read. Because when it comes to transformation time, you are looking at blowing up that self-image from the inside and taking it out. Transformation is a process of renewing yourself, becoming a better version. So even the company that you work for, they do have a certain look that they want you to have. Have you considered where this cultural thing comes from? Because transformation does not take place without a foundation. Transformation does not take place without knowing the ethics that have been brought into it. Because your corporate governance that has been put in your organization also comes with the sort of image that you will be portraying. It's the same thing with your personal life. What are the things that you stand up for? Why is it that you dress the way that you dress? Why is it that you wear the shoes that you wear all the time? It could be because you've been influenced by society. But what is important is to be comfortable. What is important is to know you and wake up in your skin and know that you can achieve everything that you want with the step that you take outside the door. The process of self-image begins with you. We always speak about self-validation when it comes to transformation. Why is it that so many times validation has to come from the outside before you believe it yourself? Validation should only come in when you have already spoken to yourself. Validation should come when you have sat down and analyzed everything that comprises of your being. Validation is something that comes to tell you something that you know already. When it comes to transformation, especially when it comes to women, I'm in this beautiful store by Tamel Designs. And the reason why I'm here is because this is something that we are focusing on this season. Because you see, a quarter is going by, the year is beginning, the year is ending, and everybody is always looking at so many things that they want to do. A lot of people begin the year with a lot of self-image. But you see, when it comes to the mid of the year, somebody's still looking back and wondering, why is it that I'm not achieving the goals that I wanted to achieve? Sometimes it's a self-confidence that has been broken. So they go out there, they come to stores like this, and they start to rebuild that confidence. When it comes to self-love, yes, is always there, and it comes out with people telling you, and you re-emphasizing yourself, reading books, getting the self-help, getting a coach, getting a mentor, maybe looking at a magazine, buying something on your way when you're at the airport, just to re-emphasize something about yourself. But you see, self-love has to happen even before you put on the wardrobe. Self-love has to happen even before you take out those finances. Self-love is something that when you put your head on the pillow, it's something that you reaffirm yourself. So when you wake up in the morning, you can go out there with the confidence that even if you put on certain clothes, they are just going to add on that self-validation that you have. So why do we go to different stores? Why is it that style is different? When it comes to transformation, it's all about the basics. It's all about the foundation. What drives you? Why is it that you are working for a certain organization? I worked for a certain organization because of the style that they had. It had very Wall Street style. Wall Street meant that the way I talk to people, the way I look at things, the way I speak with certain people, even the way that I'm going to propel that business to another level is based on the image that I have. So it's very confusing if you want to say something and you dress a certain way. It's why they always say, have the elevator pitch, but also the way that you look. How you look speaks volumes about you. How you look is how people are going to address you. How you look can make or break you depending on the career path that you have taken. When it comes to buying labels, let's not talk down on people that buy those labels. Everyone has got their own way of dressing themselves up when it comes to transformation. They want to have this thing that they are affiliated with a certain brand, and if that is not for you, you don't need to go out there and start putting down people, because you see, what your $1 is $1,000 to somebody else. So what is it that matters to you? How you eat, what you eat, where you eat, and where you go, all that comes into play when it comes to self-love. Some people are comfortable in certain brands. Some people are not comfortable. Others want the label to show, others don't want the label to show. But what is it about you that brings out that affirmation, that brings out that self-love that you bring out through your image? Because when it comes to you putting on the clothes that you put on, it means automatically I'm going to come to you and I'm going to address you in the way that you want to be addressed. So sometimes people will look at us and say, you know what, you're too branded, you're too bougie, you're too European, you're too American, you're too black, you're too white. It's all about your cultural diversity. It's the things that you've been exposed to. So whatever it is that you stand up for, feel free, get up, walk into that place and just be yourself. Because so many times we try to fit ourselves into, when you're a circle and you're trying to fit into, a square. And it's all those things that begin to, give you so much self-doubt, and you start wondering, am I really myself? Am I really going to the place that I want to go dressed like this? I have a little sticky note when I'm walking out the door that always asks me, are you going out dressed like that? Why? It's that thing that brings back the re-emphasis of who am I? What do I want to do? Who do I want to speak to? Today, am I casual? Tomorrow, am I, exquisite? Tomorrow, am I glamorous? Those are all things that you need to consider when it comes to your self-image. Why is it that certain people do not even blink for a second when it comes to the thousands of dollars that they spend? You know why? Because you're not there. It's their money, and you know what? Anybody can do whatever it is that they want with their possessions. Are you there when they're working hard to achieve that goal? Sometimes it's about self-accomplishment. There was a big task that I had, and I decided, you know what? I made so much money. Let me go out there and spend it on myself. Sometimes it's therapy, because it really does help. If you feel good, you look good, all those things come into play. So what are the things that you stand up for? Are you pushed to dress the way that you are dressed? Or do you go out there with the confidence that you have put in yourself? When it comes to self-image and self-love, you cannot be the best version of yourself if you do not believe everything that is about you. You need to be comfortable in your own skin. When you wake up in the morning, you need to know, what is it that I'm setting out to achieve? Am I going to wait for people to tell me that I look good? When people come to you and they tell you that you look good, believe them. When people tell you something good, even if they don't mean it with good intention, just ride on it, because it's how you get through the day. Even just when somebody just sends you a message, or somebody passes a compliment in the elevator, or by the stairway, or by your car, in the car park, it doesn't matter. But whenever somebody says good about you, make sure that you embrace it, make sure that you run with it, and you start to emphasize it. I'll give you an example. If somebody comes to you and tells you that you've got nice eyes, if you're a lady, go ahead and start emphasizing that with makeup. Make sure that every time you're walking around, you have your hair back. Let that thing that somebody has told you be the thing that is put forward. If somebody comes to you and they tell you that you always look good, make sure that even on the day that you feel you're down in the dumps, you have woken up with that confidence, knowing that the clothes that I've put on my body are going to speak for me. Because sometimes when you are wearing clothes, in fact most times when you are wearing good clothes, you walk with that confidence up high. And you see, with transformation, we can't run away from the fact that yes, we can work on our body, we can go to the gym, we can eat the right foods, but if there's no consistency, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're still asking certain questions. So make sure that every single time that you are walking and you are dressing up and you're doing the things that you need to do, there's that confidence about you that nobody can take away. That even on the day you cannot afford to buy that beautiful outfit, that beautiful dress that you've seen in the store, you can still get up and know that it's you that makes the clothes. Not the clothes making you, but it's you that makes the clothes. So when it sits on you, you are walking with that confidence. You are, going to a place where at the end of the day, people know, what, that person loves themselves. If you're a man, put on that amazing suit. Make sure that it's always dry cleaned. Make sure that even after it's dry cleaned, you have kept it well, so that it's not just about, thinking to yourself, I need to wear it at a wedding, I need to wear it for an interview. Every day when it comes to transformation is a beautiful day. Every day is a special occasion, because if you're going to live life for that future day, for that one day when things are going to be okay, you'll be shortchanging yourself. What is there to transformation if you are not enjoying today? See, when it comes to your self-image, go out there, try out new things, go out of your comfort zone, and make sure that even as you are walking out, even if you're in a store like Tamel Designs where I am today, you go out there and you get the help and you ask them, and you ask the people that are there, Do I look good in this? Does it sit well? You know, what is good for me? All those things come into play when it comes to your self-image. When it comes to transformation and self-image and self-love, a lot of people get to a point where they start breaking the bank. But you see, every good thing, you know, will always be there. And it's, you know, time changes, fashion changes, lifestyle changes. But at the end of the day, what is important is that at transformation, we don't want you to break the bank. We want you to save so that when you do decide to break the bank, it's all up to you. What is important is that you live a life that, you know, you are able to manage. You live a life that is within your means. That at the end of the day, if you know it's a special occasion that you're going to have, people give you dates for, you know, certain events. Start saving up for those events so that you're not under pressure. Because at the end of the day, keeping up with the Joneses is something that has cost, especially the Black community, a lot of credit, a lot of bad credit. And you see, you find people trying to creep out with things that, you know, have become wants as opposed to needs. So what is it that you can do to make sure that you are in the place where you do know that you don't have to break the bank, but you can still look good and feel good? One of the things that you can do is open up an account separate for the things that you desire. Go out there and, you know, window shop so that you have an idea of what the market is looking like. Make sure that you ask advice. If you see somebody in your environment, whether it's the office or, you know, whether it's in your family that is always looking good, that, you know, maybe smells good all the time, find out from them. You know, where do they go to shop? What do they do? Go on the internet. Find out. I found this amazing store on the internet by virtue of the way that they position themselves. Make sure that you know who it is and the style that you follow, so that at the end of the day, you also know what it takes to look like that person, or rather to be inspired by those people and those styles. So I hope that this episode has been very helpful for you in your self-image and your self-love. Because remember, here at CMTV, we are here to help you become the best version of yourself, regardless of whether you're an individual or an organization. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Facebook, it's Carol Mushota, Transformation TV. Twitter and Instagram at Carol Mushota TT. Don't forget to also follow my new YouTube channel with the same names. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and goodbye.